Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yes Have Some podcast. Tonight, it's a celebration because after, I don't know, 50 years or something, we're getting a 6-inch scale Ecto-1.
Do I? Yes, have some.
Yes, have some.
It is officially the holiday season. It's December. Thanksgiving is over. Jacob, are you thankful this year? What are you thankful for?
Am I? I don't know. Yeah, I'm thankful for our community and our friends and getting to do all the cool stuff we get to do, and I'm thankful the HasLab funded.
Thankful to the HasLab for funding, even though
Mm-hmm.
there's a rumor going around there that we don't have to pay for ours.
I wish.
It's not true. We're backing.
Yep,
Mhm.
we're backing.
We're backed and packed and ready to. Jack, sorry.
Oh.
Abigail, how are you?
I can't wait to follow that. Hi, I'm doing well, and Hasbro is the reason for the season.
And what are you
I'm really-
thankful for?
Yeah, what
yeah.
are you thankful
You
for?
What
made
am
me
I
do it,
thankful
so.
for? Okay, well, I'm thankful that the HasLab funded.
Nope, I
I'm
said
very
that.
grateful that Wicked is out in theaters and that it's like waiting for me to go see it again. And that it's so inspiring and awesome. And I'm grateful for my cats, honestly. Leo, Gilda, the new guys, they're
Mhm.
awesome. I'm really having a good time hanging out with them. And I'm also thankful for both of you, Jacob and Craig, and for
That
Yes
was
Have
so
Some.
nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think we should do our 2024 year in review just yet because we have another month. You never know what could happen in a month. There could even be more crazy stuff. But it'll be fun looking back at this year. This has been a really fun, exciting year. A lot of big firsts for us. Lots of cool, events and travel. And look, anytime there's a new Ghostbusters movie, that's going to be a good year because that just provides a lot of opportunity to discuss trailers and breakdowns and go to premieres and all that cool stuff. So it's been an awesome year. So I'm super thankful for all of that. Kind of like Jacob said, thankful for the community. The YHS extended universe, the Discord and the Patreon and Toy Anxiety and Monster Island and J Key and everybody else that comes along with it. Ryan Dole. It's just been a fun time. And I think 2025 might even be better. Because doesn't really have a choice. I need things to constantly get better. I need the foot on the gas, no slowing down, no worrying about yesterday.
Well, we're going to Japan, so
We're going to
We're
Japan.
literally-
Yeah.
we're literally
we
going
are.
to see Bill Murray and then going to Japan.
Yeah,
Right.
we should talk about that. Bill Murray's something.
That makes me want to watch Lost in Translation. That sentence.
Yes. Oh my God! At the end of Japan, Bill Murray's going to find us. He's going to whisper in our ears.
We're gonna know what he says this time.
Yeah.
We're gonna be way too young for him.
well,
It's uncomfortable.
Scarlett Johansson was 17 years old when she filmed her role in Lost in Translation. That is just a fact I know. Bill Murray's coming to the Variety Playhouse in Atlanta, Georgia. Bill Murray and the Blood Brothers. It's like a blues rock cover band. They're going to be doing 60s and 70s songs. They're only doing like 5 or 6 shows. So finally, I feel like Atlanta always gets skipped when it's something like that.
Yeah.
But
Little
Yeah.
PSA for anybody who might attend: don't wear your jumpsuits.
Oh,
Don't
I'm
wear
wearing
your
mine.
Ghostbuster.
I'm
No,
wearing a
you
flight
Jacob.
suit.
You,
I thought you were gonna say don't
You'll-
sing along. Because that's what happened to us at the last event.
I think you're allowed to sing along at these kind of things. but
Encouraged to even, yeah.
Don't wear
Yeah.
your fucking. Bill Murray doesn't want to look out in the crowd and see any Ghostbusters anything.
And the
No,
person
I'm
behind
wearing.
you
doesn't.
doesn't want to be knocked out by your proton pack.
Let
Well,
Jake-
those aren't
You're
going to be
having
allowed
fun.
in.
Jacob, I was going to ask you to bring the slime blower because here's my listen.
Nope.
He didn't.
What?
Dude, slime, that's like carrying a whole nother
You okay?
person into the pit with you.
I'm
What
just making
happened?
myself laugh. I'm just cracking
Correct.
myself up. Just the thought of wearing a slime blower to a small concert is just funny to me.
To the Variety Playhouse.
It's a tiny little thing. So we'll be out there February 7th,
Yeah.
and seeing what Bill brings to the table. I believe I have a strong psychic feeling that they're going to play Ghostbusters.
No way. Not a chance.
Do you want them to?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
but he's
but
not
this,
going to.
whether Bill Murray wants that to happen is the most important thing, and
Guys,
I don't
Bill
think so.
Murray likes Ghostbusters.
He likes the paycheck.
He
I
loves.
don't think I think he likes the people that are involved.
Yeah.
I think he likes the paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like Ghostbusters interactions outside of Ghostbusters.
He loves
And
Gil
that is
Cannon.
very clear. He has made that very clear.
Is he going to throw one of our phones?
Not mine, because I'm not going near him.
I'll volunteer mine.
I'm bringing
I
a
think I have the
baseball
oldest
with me
iPhone.
Like to throw at him.
to get signed.
It says play Ghostbusters.
Dude, I want to
on it.
get
Like a-
wild. Yeah.
Play Ghostbusters and please sign my ball, Mr. Murray, or don't. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm glad you brought that up. Kind of forgot
Mhm.
about that. So,
Get there obnoxiously early.
hey, real quick, I like everybody's wardrobe tonight.
Yeah,
I think
well,
we need to. I think we
pretty-
need to.
big
Oh, this
nod
old thing?
that we all wore.
So, our friends at Middle of Beyond reached out and were like, "Hey, do you want some of our Ghostbusters apparel?" And we said, "Look, if you guys are wanting to send us a shirt, a sweater, a coat, we will be very thankful. I think Middle of Beyond is great. We've been buying from them forever. They do
Yeah.
so much
Mhm.
pop culture
Yep.
apparel. They do memorabilia, lots of button-up style shirts, sweaters,
Mhm.
coats, all sorts of stuff. And they sent over this incredible care package full of, I don't know, maybe all of their Ghostbusters stuff that they've made. It was a lot, right?
It was a
Mhm.
lot.
Yeah. It was quite the package. And it was, yeah, it's all stuff that like we can all wear, which I thought was really exciting. All different sizes for us. But the fashion itself is just like
Well, I told them what
functional and
sizes.
cool. and-
I
yeah.
said, listen, these brand partners understand there's three of us.
Yeah.
And we're all different people, different sizes that we wear, and they really hooked it up.
Two
So
Rays and a Janine.
two rays and a Janine,
That's what we've always said.
as Ryan Dole said, coined. So
right.
I actually this is the same show. I did a Ghostbusters collection tour the other day. Something I did really impromptu, that I ended up being really proud of, and like it's really nice to take a step back and just acknowledge the things you have and think about where the stuff came from and how you got it into your collection and all that. So that's up on
Mhm.
YouTube. But I was wearing this shirt when I recorded the little intro. It's very comfortable, very cozy, a little understated. It is not, but it is. It's one of their nice button ups. Super high quality. Abigail, you've got on a nice sweater, a nice Ghostbusters
Mhm.
themed sweater there.
Yeah, let's show the back of this.
It's like a.
Can you see it?
Is that a cardigan or a
It's
pullover?
a cardigan.
Okay.
It's
Stop it.
cardigan.
Got
And it's
Gozer on the back.
cute.
That's
Yeah.
comfortable.
This is yeah. This is what every person wants. It's a big warm cardigan for the cold weather, and it's got Stay Puffed, the No Ghost, and all the cool stuff going on the back, and ectos, and yeah, makes me happy.
Yeah, and Jacob, tell us about your apparel for this evening.
Yeah, I got that double-sided jacket. I don't know what the material is, but it's got the terror dogs on the front. It does have like the thing on the back, the Gozer's thing.
Temple, yeah.
And then you can flip it on the inside, and it's got the Ghostbuster logo. There's a Slimer in there.
Mhm.
I like Middle of Beyond. I've always liked their stuff because they make stuff that's like actually actually looks nice.
Mhm.
Right, or high quality.
And I remember the first time Hal Clay had one of their cardigans, kind of like Abby, the one you have on. He
Mhm.
had I think they had like a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch one, and Hal had it, and I tried it on, and I remember being like, "This is the most comfortable thing I have ever." They are so well made, so very happy. I've bought from them in the past. I really like their flannel button ups, but yeah, jackets are great. Everything we got
Yeah.
from them is really good.
Yeah, and what you were saying though about it being comfortable, like I'm all about having sensory friendly clothing that's big and warm,
Yeah.
and doesn't have like anything annoying. This is definitely like a big, soft, awesome sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's sometimes you buy something and you wash it a couple times and it's basically done. This is great stuff, and
Yeah,
really
and that's not what this is. This is sustainable.
very good stuff. And I think I don't know what we're supposed to say, but I think they have possibly some new Ghostbusters merchandise coming out and more shirts and stuff. So
Wow.
I will Yeah.
Dropping,
Yeah.
dropping bombs.
They used to have this they had a really good Shining collection years ago, and they had like
I have their
Yeah.
cardigan. I have the Shining cardigan. It's
Mhm.
amazing. They also have a lot of really great Godzilla stuff. So
yeah. They had
Mhm.
the Shining carpet like floor rug
yeah.
that I wanted forever and just never pulled the trigger. Now it's gone.
Mhm.
So not gonna make that mistake again.
Yeah, you
So
will with something.
of course, you can't buy everything you want.
Yeah.
So yeah, head over to middleofbeyond.com and check out their amazing stuff. And everybody listening to YHS probably already knows about Middle of Beyond, but
Mhm.
super excited to partner up with them. And yeah, also I don't know what it's like now where you are, Jacob, but it has gotten pretty cold here
Yeah.
in Atlanta. So it's been in the 30s the last couple days. So timely timely
Timely
ti-
fashion.
timely sweaters.
Mhm.
So yeah. Jacob, how was your Thanksgiving? You were down in Florida, right? Oh, did we lose him?
Mhm.
Hmm.
He's going back to Florida.
Yeah, I think he's back. I don't know. We'll give it a second.
Keep freezing.
Are you back?
Yeah, for now, I guess.
Yeah.
Trying to look
All right.
and see if it's yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Jacob, you were down in Florida for Thanksgiving, down with the fam.
Yeah.
How was that? Because we kind of stayed
It was
inside.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. I did nothing. I just hung out at my mom's. It was fine.
Okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
So why don't we talk about this HasLab? We've talked about it a lot over the last couple of months. We were lucky enough to kind of be in the know a little bit just by a sequence of events of getting to know the Hasbro team, especially around the Frozen Empire premiere and having them out at the YHS party, Pat and Emily and all of them. We'd kind of gotten wind that there was another Ghostbusters HasLab project on the table, and they were trying to figure out what that was going to be. I know they did some market research that I think some people we know were possibly involved in. So I don't know if it's kosher at this time to talk about the other items that were, being considered. But I will say that when we found out that they were thinking about doing a plasma series 6-inch scale Ecto-1, I was like laser focused. You got to do it. Nobody else is going to be able to do this. This is the time. Obviously, it wasn't officially revealed until when did they reveal it? Comic-Con, something like that.
It. I don't remember. Was it Comic-Con or New?
Oh, it
I
was
don't
New
know.
York Comic-Con,
New York Comic-Con last
right?
year.
But
Yeah.
we did the teaser. No, New York Comic-Con like 2 months ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we did like the Ghostbusters Day teaser, and then we did like the interview.
What
with
you're trying to
Ian.
say is we've known for a long time.
We've known, but like everybody who is paying attention has known. But
I
anyways,
don't know.
well, you would think. But listen, we're here to celebrate because they needed 12,000 backers, and they did it. And it's not even
We
over
did.
yet. As of recording, the campaign still has a day and a half to go. It's at 12,838 right now. Jacob, how are you feeling, man?
I'm excited. I'm excited to have it. I'm more excited to have the Ecto 1A. It's just something that I know is going to look good on the shelf. We've seen it in person. It's very well done. It's beautiful, and I'm excited just to get any new Ghostbusters toys in 2025, especially like Ghostbusters 2 toys.
Yeah.
I'm just happy for it. It's cool. I'm glad it
Mhm.
funded. Yeah.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Very
Abigail?
exciting. Yeah, I mean, I felt like since we were kind of involved, like you're just mentioning, and had become friends with Pat and Emily, it felt like a really good like win overall, to like get funded. And I'm really excited. I'm really grateful. And I think it's just a great product. Both Ectos are incredible products that people will enjoy and will appreciate for a long, long time. And like you're saying, Jacob, having something from Ghostbusters 2 that we've never seen with that kind of detail is just really awesome.
Yeah.
We can keep living out our
Yeah.
fandom on our shelves.
And it's just something, a couple thoughts I've been kind of gathering. First of all, we all know it's something we've wanted for a long time, and they tried it with Mattel and it just failed before it really had a chance to succeed. But let's face it, if Matty Collector would have made an Ecto-1 in 2014, it would have not been that great. Like, it would have been probably
Right.
Yeah.
okay, but this is a completely different level of
Yeah.
toy here. I also just think, like, between the HasLab Ecto, after the super successful Proton Pack and then the 2 in the box, and then the Mondo figures launched, the real Ghostbusters figures. Talking to those guys, it seems those did really, really well. I mean, this is kind of what I said in the post yesterday, is like Ghostbusters, for like the first time in its history, is like a real player in the premium toy and collectible space. Like, it's not, for so long we were like standing on the sidelines going, man, they make really cool stuff for every other brand. Where's the really cool Ghostbuster stuff? And we're
Mhm.
finally
And now you kind of want them to chill out a little bit
Yeah,
because
calm
it's
down.
expensive.
Calm the fuck down, all you companies making great stuff.
Mhm.
No, it's
But
just
don't.
awesome.
No.
No, it's just, please don't.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I think it's great for action figure collectors. And it's great for the Ghostbusters brand as a whole.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And also, like, there was a lot of people, for whatever reason, there was some vocal negativity specifically about this project. A lot of it was like on Reddit and Facebook groups and stuff. People like really, I saw a guy yesterday on Twitter who literally replied to our post, was like, he goes, "Not gonna lie, I was hoping this would fail." And I'm like,
Why?
why?
People are just awful. Like it goes into everything I say all the time. Most people are just bad, awful people. And that is all around, whether it's people talking in a movie theater or going to a park and throwing trash on the floor or arguing about toys. It's
Yeah.
the dumbest thing ever. To be upset that a toy is going to get made that doesn't affect you in any single way,
Yeah.
that just
Mhm.
means you should probably go to therapy or something. There's
Yeah.
probably
I was wondering, I was like, what's he
I
gonna
agree.
say?
As a purported fan, yeah.
I mean, there's probably some really heavy things wrong with a person like that, and they
Yeah.
should go get it figured out or shut the fuck up.
Yeah, let me take you back
One
to
of the
the
two.
days of the marshmallow rocket launcher, what like slingshot gun from Toys R Us. And Craig and I are like, we need to get this. This is like, it's cool. It's Ghostbusters. Things used to be bad, and now we have way more stuff.
Yeah.
And it's
Hey,
awesome.
speaking of Toys R Us, this is off topic, but I just want to say this because it's funny. When I was at my mom's, we were watching one of those like judge shows,
Yeah.
kind of like it wasn't
Judge
Judge
Barbie.
Judy, but it was one of the other ones.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
and she was like, some kid got like bit by a dog or something, and she was like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna award that kid $500, and you better take him to Toys R Us and let him get whatever he wants. And then me sitting on the couch, I'm like, Toys R Us doesn't exist anymore. I was like, do they film this in Canada? And then and then the thing's over and they let him out and they talk to the old guy who kind of gets there, and he's like, well, I don't think Toys R Us exists anymore, but take him to Target. And I was like, cool.
Go to Target, got bit by dogs, getting $500. But yeah, it's weird. Like, there's been a lot of commentary about the Ecto, and I think it comes from different places. I think we've talked about this stuff before. It's a combination of, if it's something you really like and you can't afford it, sometimes, especially on the internet, people like just really act out about that kind of stuff. They take their I don't know if it's like
Repressed
anger.
aggression.
It's anger or aggression, or maybe they just want it so bad and they know they can't get it. So, by the way,
They can't
it's
afford it or something.
it's $400. It is expensive. There is no
Yeah.
shame in saying I would really like that, but it's just not something I can do. Like that. That's fine.
Yeah. In
It's perfectly fine.
appreciating. Yeah.
But rooting against it, I don't like that. That seems really negative and not my kind of thing. So,
Mhm.
But yeah, super excited. We'll follow the progress of what's going to happen and if there's going to be more plasma series and all that. But huge shout out to the teams involved, and thanks for letting us come play with it early and look at it. And but it's almost like such a tease because I really just want it. Just want it now.
Well, if hopefully we'll get it before everybody else, and
Oh,
and get all those,
no.
we'll get all those
We'll
comments
get a Christmas
again.
morning delivery.
Maybe
I thought-
we'll get a bunch of hateful comments for getting it early.
I had a thought of doing a post yesterday that says, "Whoa, just got my shipping notice for the new Ecto-1.
You should have.
Gonna get it a year early."
Yeah. Then Pat and Emily are like, "Stop it,
Stop it, Craig.
Yeah, it's
You've
not
gone
funny
too
anymore.
far." Hey, man, dude, listen. We're all just trying. We're all just trying our best. This world is tough. I never want to put anybody down for doing something cool or I mean,
Yeah.
dude, when I get really I can't say bummed out, but when I get a little FOMO and jealous is like when like a new Star Wars movie comes out and like you see all the the fans and the podcasts and the YouTube channels out at the premiere, or like fandoms that like I love but like we're not involved in that level.
I feel like that about Jurassic Park sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck,
son
Right.
of a bitch. So I get it.
Yeah.
I understand. But yeah. So I'm trying to think if there was anything else Ghostbusters related. I mean, there's not. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a slower time, especially coming up to the end of the year. But hopefully 2025 we'll start hearing news and seeing what Gil and Jason are going to do about the future of this old franchise we tend to talk about sometimes. But hey, is it ever too early to start going, they're going to be doing anything for Ghostbusters Day? The bait of Jacob's existence.
Well, we know that they don't know until a week before, so yes,
Yeah.
it's too early.
They're going to do something. Abigail, anything else specifically on your mind with any of this stuff?
No, we'll be doing something for Ghostbusters Day no matter what. We usually do a live stream or something.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We will be celebrating no matter what. No, I love Ghostbusters and I'm happy
really
to
do.
have more stuff out and everyone should appreciate it.
I know what I was going to say. We were kind of like involved with the HasLab a little bit. We did all these videos and we traveled and interviews. It's really nice that it was successful. Sometimes you're involved in a Ghostbusters project, like a documentary, and it comes out and you go, "Oh, man, I kind of wish maybe we didn't do that."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of fun to like be part of it, and it's something that's great, So
It depends on who you ask, but yeah.
It's no slight against that movie and the people who made it, because we all know, I think the world of Ray Esposito and Tommy Avalon.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened to Brendan, the guy who directed that movie? I haven't talked to him in a long time.
I don't know.
Huh.
He's out there somewhere.
I know you're out there. Okay. What is that? Our Lady Peace.
Our Lady
The
Peace?
Fray. It was
Fray.
the Fray. It was one of those.
Another
No, it's Our Lady
mediocre,
Peace.
middling
Let's move
band.
on. Doesn't matter who it was. Let us know in the comments. Jacob, before we started, you said you had something to get off your chest.
Well, no, it was just something I was going to ask you guys. When I went to Texas a couple weeks ago, I watched a movie on the plane.
Okay.
I watched Super 8.
Okay.
And I'm wondering, like, do you think J.J. Abrams is, like, so mad at So, first of all, I watched it, and I was like, hey, this movie's great. Super 8 is great.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's
but
everything. It's like clearly he was setting out to try to make like a Steven Spielberg movie.
Sure.
And I think he did.
And it's pre-Stranger Things.
Well, that was what I was just about to say. Do you think he's mad about Stranger Things? Because Super 8 came out, I think it happened too early. I think he put this movie out hoping to do basically what Stranger Things did, but people weren't, I guess they didn't want it yet, because Super 8 came out and then it like went away quietly. It's like full of really great actors. it's the same plot as Stranger Things almost. Like
Yeah.
it's literally like Stranger Things feels like it ripped off Super 8. It came out, I don't know what the difference, how much later Stranger Things came out, but I
Mhm.
wonder if J.J. Abrams, when Stranger Things came out, was like, fuck them. Fuck
Well,
them.
Super 8's 2011, so it's got 5 years on Stranger Things.
Mhm.
Kyle Chandler. It's definitely got the Spielberg Amblin
Kids are already
vibe.
psyched.
It's
Yeah.
funny and it's like touching and it's got like a sweet story in it and there's a monster. It's I was like, this movie's awesome. This movie's so good.
Dude, what if every time, like even when the Fablemans came out, J.J. Abrams was like, no, we're not going to make a movie about a kid who wants to make movies. We're just not going to do it. I don't know, Ab. We talk about we've actually been talking about J.J. Abrams in general a good amount
Yeah.
lately.
Yeah, I've become a fan of his daughter Gracie Abrams' album that's new, that's out. And yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with her actually. Like a lot of her lyrics are really good, and her song structures are like, breathy female acoustic vocals, but like they could all be pop punk songs if you like spun them that way.
If you love them.
Like just kind of like emo breakdowns and progressions, and yeah, she's awesome. So yeah, I have been thinking about J.J. Abrams. And Craig, you were watching Rise of Skywalker just the other day.
Listen, how did we get from Super 8 all the way to Rise of Skywalker? It's not the
We
intention.
don't,
Yes,
I don't want to
absolutely. We
talk
end
about
up
Star Wars.
talking about Rise of Skywalker every time.
Guys, I was getting so bad watching that movie. It's like 2 hours of video game cutscenes. Okay, but we'll move on. I think J.J. Abrams has had like a really interesting career. I think
Mhm.
Super 8, like again, Abby, we probably haven't watched that movie in a decade, right?
No, but I remember going to see it with you.
Yeah, we saw it in
Yeah,
theater.
it was a big deal.
And obviously like JJ was involved with Lost. Like he's had a cool career. I wonder if I'm sure the Spielberg like comparisons were flattering at first, but I wonder if he like I don't know. I'd have to look at his Wikipedia and like his filmography to see because I'm having trouble like thinking of other movies he's made recently.
Recently, I'm not sure. I
Which,
mean,
yeah,
Star Wars. I'm
Star
not
Wars.
sure.
That was the last movie he directed. Was
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
shit. This is kind of crazy. So wait a minute. Hold on. He's only directed 6 movies.
Yeah,
That's
not
okay.
done a ton.
He did Mission Impossible 3, Star Trek, Super 8, Star Trek Into Darkness, and then the 2 Star Wars movies.
But then he's like responsible for Cloverfield, and
Right.
he's done a
Can
lot
you
of
do
writing.
Alias? And I know that's a TV show.
Yeah, he's done a lot of TV stuff.
Yeah,
He did Alias Romulus. So that's not a real thing.
no, he didn't.
So yeah, but I do think he's working on something now. There's like every J.J. Abrams movie is
It's a secret.
it's a secret.
Yeah,
Which is kind of fun, but then it's like I don't know. But there's been rumor he's doing.
well, they're talking about doing another Cloverfield movie that's a direct sequel to the first Cloverfield.
Heard about that, and then
Don't
okay,
know
he's
if
cast Jenna Ortega and Glenn Powell in a
Mm.
secret time travel movie that is supposedly like it's not a Back to the Future reboot, but it's basically like similar concepts. So
Cool. 2 people that I'm not tired of at all.
Glenn, listen, are you tired of them?
Yeah. Are you not? You ready to see more Jenna Ortega?
I don't.
Jesus Christ.
I like Glenn
Take a
Powell, but
break.
like he's doing The Running Man.
Yeah, I know.
But
I have a feeling I'm not going to care for Running Man because I think it's. I mean, maybe we'll see, but I think it's a remake of the movie and not
the source material.
an adaptation of the book.
Okay. Did I like Beetlejuice? I haven't thought about that movie.
I want to watch. I kind of want to watch it again. I saw that it's like available to rent, and I was like, oh, I need to give it a second. There was so much going on in Beetlejuice. I had fun with it, but I need to see it again to make a judgment.
Okay. All right. Cool. Jacob, anything else on your mind?
No, I was just wondering if JJ's okay.
Oh, I think he's
about
fine.
Super 8.
Yeah. I mean,
bet he got
Stranger-
annoyed. I bet he got annoyed when Stranger Things came out and everybody loved it, and then all those same people ignored Super 8.
You're trying to find out if there's something on it.
You looking it up to see if he's written a blog about it?
I'm looking up to see if he's talked about
Stranger Things.
He says the last thing I found says J.J. Abrams said Super 8 was inspired by personal experience.
Okay.
Oh, he must have seen
Making
he must
movies
have
as a
met
kid, yeah.
No, I thought he met an alien on a train.
Oh, monsters. Right.
He watched a train crash.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, so yeah, J.J. Abrams is a person who we traditionally have enjoyed, and he will make more movies. Whether or not he's mad about Stranger Things, I don't know.
He's fine. I think he's fine. I think he's doing good.
I would be annoyed if I was him, is all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, fuck. Let's ask him. Let's get him on the show. JJ, we got to ask. Not
How
about
do you
your
feel about the Duffer Brothers?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He probably produces straight. Like he's probably involved, and we're like talking out of our ass. Well, I do like when people are like, I bet Jason Reitman was so mad about Frozen Empire. Like, what? Do you know how the world works, sir? Or ma'am? Abby, what's on your mind, dude?
Dude, honestly, Wicked. I keep thinking about it. I'm like listening to the soundtrack. I took a shower before the podcast and like listened to almost the entirety of the soundtrack. And I'm not even being hard on myself in the way that I'm like, oh, I should have been listening to this my whole life. I feel like it hit me at a really good time when I needed it, when I needed to feel that catharsis and that communal crying moment, which I had and shared with everybody in the theater at the AMC where I was with Craig. And it was a special moment. I mean, it was a special 3 hours, and the 3 hours flew by.
Yeah.
It ended, and I was left bereft because I was like, there seems to be so much more that's unfinished. And then it was like, to be continued. And so I'm looking forward to the follow-up. I think it's just a good movie for everyone, for all people. And it's a great celebration of costumes and like being unique and defying gravity and all that shit, which
It
say what you
is
will.
doing that.
It's inspiring. I will make space for it in my life. And I have.
Jacob, I want to talk to you about this. We've talked about it a little bit. First of all, there's a couple conversations I think we need to have real quick. First, we'll table this one, but musicals in general, like film adaptation of musicals, sometimes hard to pull off. Sometimes they work incredibly well, sometimes they don't. I think Wicked is already the highest grossing musical of like all time, like in its first week. I was talking to Abby about this earlier. I came to this revelation walking into the Target. The Wizard of Oz, that is my preferred fantasy realm. Like, if I'm like, I'm not a Narnia guy.
What?
Dude, you don't understand. I don't know if I've ever.
Oh, so you'd rather live in The Wizard of Oz than Star Wars?
No.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Time out.
What are you saying?
What about Ghostbusters?
Guys,
you already eliminate that?
Fantasy, not science fiction. Fantasy.
One track mind.
Like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, Wizard of Oz.
You want to live in Munchkin Land more than...
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm like, that's a deal breaker.
Hey, hold on. Do you guys want to live in Lord of the Rings?
Yes!
Yes, fuck yes.
Look at the shithole we live in. You wouldn't want to live in the fucking Shire?
A full pipe,
so
eggs,
you guys. You know
bacon.
what I fucking don't care about? Grass
and
trees.
Hold on. What about Wizard of Oz?
Animals?
Why do you want to live there?
Okay, we're having two different conversations. I never fucking said I wanted to live there.
Yes,
I'm talking about engaging with the intellectual property, the media. Let me tell this story.
Okay.
The Wizard of Oz is the most important movie to the canon of my mom's side of the family. My grandmother was a Wizard of Oz collector, which is, it's crazy I've never talked about this. She had every statue, every limited edition plate. She was obsessed with Judy Garland. As soon as Wizard of Oz was available on VHS in the early 80s, like our cousins, we'd all get together like monthly to all watch Wizard of Oz. The movie is imprinted on my brain.
Okay.
So I have like this deep, like family, like real connection to the movie. Also the production of the movie is fascinating and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wicked. I don't know why it is something I have not engaged with. I've known about Wicked for a long time. I've known it's been a great musical. I like musicals. I know it was super successful. I knew who was in it. I knew a lot about it. I knew some of the baseline of the story, broad strokes. For some reason, I never went and listened to the soundtrack. And I think I have a feeling why. And Jacob, you're an expert level musical theater person. People don't know that. They need to know. I don't think those songs are quite as accessible. Just if you haven't seen the show, just listening in the car, throwing it on, because like a lot of them take a few minutes to kind of get into it. It's more of like traditional Broadway stuff. So anytime I've gone to listen to it, I've been like, yeah, this is fun, but I'm not in the mood right now. I feel like if I would have just gone and seen the musical, I would have been fully in on Wicked.
I know what the problem
early
is.
on.
Hold on. I know what this whole problem is. And
What
you're
is this?
you're trying to church it up, Craig. But this
I
is what it
church
is.
up nothing.
This is what it is. The first song, the first track has like 2 minutes of music before any words start, and you can't sit through that. That's what everything you just said boils down to. This is taking too long.
Basically,
And then you shut it off.
there's like all this music and no singing.
Listen, but it's fun. The movie, like, I'm no bullshit. The movie's got so much hype right now, but whatever. Also, by the way, I think between Gladiator, Moana 2, and Wicked, it's like the highest grossing week in box office history.
Yeah.
Good for movies.
I'm surprised people are seeing Gladiator, but I guess the first one was.
Yeah, I've never
It
seen
was
it.
a big deal to me. I like seeing.
Never seen Gladiator.
I saw it and I didn't care for it, but I saw it way later.
Did you hear the thing about the Gladiator 2 they didn't make? That's been going around?
No.
There was a pitch of Russell Crowe's character coming back to life to come kill Jesus.
I would have gone and seen
I was like,
that.
let me see that crazy fucking movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's like Jesus Christ Superstar meets
Well, you know, it doesn't
Scream.
always work when you try that.
Caligula versus
that?
I don't get the jokes, but I'm just laughing. Okay. Wicked. The movie's awesome. It was it was a real fun theatrical experience. The colors, the music, the choreography, the cast, like Jacob, this is all teeing up you who listen, you are hypercritical of things that don't live up to your expectations. You have been a fan of this musical for a very long time. So the world needs to know. What'd you think?
I liked it. So you said something earlier. You said that musicals are hard to adapt to movies. I don't think that is true. I think people get in their heads when it's their job to adapt a musical into a movie.
Okay.
And they think they need to change shit around. They think they need to like cut things out or add stuff or do less sing. Like when the Rent movie came out,
Yeah.
I liked Rent, the movie, because I loved Rent and it had all the, original whatever. But one of the weird things they did in that movie that they did, the director must have got in his own head about it. And he said, hey, you know what? Too much singing in Rent. What if we just have the characters speak the lyrics? Let's do that. It will be fine. And then it happens and you're like, why aren't they just singing? They're talking in rhyme.
Yeah.
Just sing it. There's always weird stuff like that. And I think that's why Wicked works, because they didn't do anything. They just said, let's put that on film. You know
Original
what I mean?
recipe, keep it the same.
I mean, they added some dialogue. There's like one snippet of a song they added, which was the only thing I didn't like. And it's basically the same. You know what I mean? It is basically like you're watching the play. So if a play comes out 2003, right? 2003, I think.
Wicked, yeah.
Came
Mhm.
out. It's super popular. It's been one of the biggest musicals since 2003. If you're tasked with making a movie of it and it's that popular, why would you change? Why would you change shit?
Right.
If you're smart, you don't. And
Yeah.
I think the director was smart.
I think they know something
Yeah.
about popular. Sorry. Didn't even sing it very
They
well.
also the two main Elphaba and
Yeah,
Glinda,
yeah.
they're just doing like an impression of the original two
Idina
actors,
Menzel
which
and
yeah, it is as if they were told watch this and just be like that.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
not a bad thing.
Yeah, well, that's a standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it, and I hear what you're saying about like how it's hard to make something that's a theater production musical into a movie. And I don't think this suffered in that way. Like it felt like pure musical.
Yeah.
And it was fresh to me. My only experience that actually reminded me of Defying Gravity, I think, or maybe it's popular. There's a few songs that from Wicked that I believe Trey Parker and Matt Stone directly like kind of mimic the melody of for Book of Mormon. So
Yeah.
going
Well, I
into it,
mean, in
so I was thinking
general,
about that.
a lot of musicals will have similar song
Melodies or structures and
structures,
stuff.
similar melodies,
Mhm,
similar notes that are hit, all sorts of stuff like that.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
I thought Wicked was. Listen, I was excited about it because like cool Wizard of Oz musical holiday movie, but like it kind of actually blew me away. Like I was like, I immediately was like, load it up again. I was gonna tell that to the guy. Um, it was visually stunning. Love the choreography. Love every song.
Mhm.
And it just fucking ruled. Like I can't really say much else. I thought that Ariana Grande was great, and I thought that Cynthia Erivo was great, and everybody was great.
Mhm.
So fuck yeah. Now it is interesting. The movie's 2 hours and 40 minutes, so 10 minutes of credits, so 2.5 hours. The act one of the play, I was looking it up, is an hour and a half. And if you look at the soundtrack on Spotify, it's like 55 minutes. So there's a lot that they added, but
It's talk, but I mean, there's talking in the play too. But yeah,
yeah,
it's a lot of the in between stuff. There's like a song that takes place in the middle of what's One Short Day, the song when they're going to the Emerald City.
Mhm.
There's like a whole song in the middle of that song. That was new.
yeah,
That's not
and
in the
Okay.
play.
right,
But other than that, I think it's just like taking your time with, when it's a musical and you're seeing it on stage. I think the entire play itself is 2.5 hours,
right,
plus an intermission. So um but it's like giving in between scenes like time to breathe and giving your characters a little more dialogue and stuff. So
yeah. They did a great job.
I was surprised because I was like the whole time I was like, the sound I hadn't heard, like I hadn't seen the track listing. I just assumed something was not going to be. I was like, all right, which song's getting cut? What's not going to be here?
Right.
Or I was like, what bullshit's going to be added in here? Like, what are they going to change? And
Well, we've been trained to expect that.
exactly, but it makes me. We got through Act 1. I'm wondering about Act 2 now. I'm like, all right, let's see what they're going to do in Act 2.
So I did read. You might not. There's 2 original songs being added to Act 2. All right, but that doesn't seem like they're going to take anything away. Cool director, John Chu. Interesting filmography. Started up with Step Up 2 and Step Up 3D were his first 2 movies.
Cool.
Then he did G.I. Joe Retaliation,
Wow.
Gem and the Holograms.
Okay.
Okay.
His big breakout was Crazy Rich Asians, and then he did In the Heights.
Okay.
I
So
haven't
yeah,
seen those movies.
In the Heights is pretty cool. It's our guy. Our guy.
Mhm.
I don't
It's
think
not
any.
my guy.
Lin-Manuel?
Lin-Manuel.
Yeah.
My brother saw Moana 2 today and reported back. He said, not as good. Not as good as the first one.
How could
So,
it be? How could it be?
Mhm.
How could it be? Moana's surprisingly good. So, Abby, anything else on Wicked? Like any of the themes or the I mean, you've also liked Ariana Grande for a long time. She used to be married
Yeah, I've
to
been an Ariana Grande fan for a long time.
Pete
For
Davidson.
sure.
I had to finish the sentence.
Wait,
Okay.
what'd you
Who?
say? And Pete Davidson?
Ariana Grande was married to Pete Davidson
Yeah, she was.
very
Um,
briefly.
Yeah, no. Well, I guess when it comes to my background with The Wizard of Oz, like I grew up watching it. I remember watching The Wizard of Oz with my mom and her telling me beforehand that like when she was little, she was really scared of the Wicked Witch of the West. And when I watched it, I was like, I'm watching this just because I know I'm not gonna be scared of that because I'm like, tough or whatever. But then I ended up being a little scared with the flying monkeys and thinking that stuff was a little bit scary. But The Wizard of Oz has always felt like eternal and important. I love nothing more than to be taken aback by a musical and to be surprised by one. One of the first times I remember in high school, we did a production of West Side Story at my private school. And I ended up like seeing an afternoon showing of it and just getting really obsessed with it. Um, musicals in general are just like such a fun, exciting expression of all sorts of different talented people working together on one idea. And whenever the opening number of pretty much any musical that I've seen, it makes me cry. So and then
Yeah.
when it's actually really good quality stuff with like a good message about how yeah, about how your inner strength and like who you are as a person and being that person is more important than trying to conform, and the power that you have when you tap into that. I think that's the message that really got me going, made me happy. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hanging out with the Wicked soundtrack and having it be part of my life now, moving forward.
Well, I would like to buy the toys. But
Dude, that's what we should be talking about.
eBay. Check them out on eBay.
Wicked.com.
I could give you guys a list of musicals you might like. If you want
yeah, they're all on
if you want
they're
to
all on
branch out.
They're all on wicked.com.
They're all on wicked.com. Abby's probably seen more than me. Yeah, I kind of get stuck in the ones I really like. I need to branch out.
Yeah, I mean, I when Wicked came out, it was at a time 2003. I was in high school, and I did theater stuff in high school, and we would watch the Tonys every year, and that was my first. I watched the Tonys still. I watched them. I watched this past year's Tonys pretty recently. I was like, oh, I want to watch this. But that's how I discovered new musicals, because you watch the Tonys, they always do a performance, and they did a performance of this back then. So yeah, it's a good show. I'm interested for part 2 to come out and see like what you guys think, because it's a very different. There's all kinds of there's just shit going on. You know what I mean? I want to see what you guys think and what you caught on to, and what twists and turns you saw coming, and which ones you didn't, and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I guess it'll come out probably this time next year.
I have no idea.
Have they announced release date?
I don't think so.
It's already like what they're saying is this movie's gonna have so much legs in the box office because it's going to play throughout the entire holiday season, and then it's going to have a big campaign for the Oscars and Golden Globes. And I will be honest, so remember the whole thing with the actress getting mad about the poster a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like rolling my eyes like, oh God, whatever. But then after I've been watching all these interviews with her and Ariana Grande, and I'm like, oh wait, these are like super extra theater kids. Yeah. Like I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Like not putting down theater kids. I think probably at heart I would like to be one.
We were all adjacent to, I imagine.
Yeah. So it's just like, oh, they're just doing their thing, and they're unbelievably talented. Let them fuck you. You know what? Fuck that poster. That's what I say. But there was somebody asked recently if Cynthia, if she could be up for Storm in the MCU, and I know that's kind of fan casting, but if they were trying to go for like an X-Men animated style, like kind of over the top boisterous Storm, like could work. You never know.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
But yeah, Wicked was really cool. But real quick, back to my deep love of Wizard of Oz. Jacob, You don't
Yeah.
like you're not as big on the movie, right? The
No, I don't
original.
love it. I don't love it. It's been a long, long time since I've seen it. I think one of the reasons I don't like it is because I feel like as a kid, it's it's on all the time. It's like you're seeing it a lot as a kid. People like teacher. It's like I feel like I watched it in school a lot, and I'm just tired of it. I don't know. It wasn't something that I just didn't gravitate towards it. Um, I was usually annoyed with it. I just didn't want to like everybody's voice in it. I wanted them to shut. The Wiz is a far better. Have you ever seen The Wiz?
The
I'm familiar with it, but I
Michael
haven't seen it.
Jackson.
Yeah,
no.
it's great.
Fuck.
Yeah, I
Watching
don't
The Wiz
know.
tonight.
I just never loved it. I never loved it. I always thought it was kind of overrated, and I don't think it's as. I mean, I'm not saying it did some cool things, and especially for the time, but I just don't think it's like we can.
Mhm.
It's had its day. Let's chill
Mhm,
out on
mhm.
Wizard of Oz.
By the way, Wicked 2 comes out on Abigail Gardner's big birthday next year.
The big
Oh,
one.
wow.
Cool. Awesome.
Wow.
It's just, your birthday's always a big one.
Well, let's have a party.
Let's go see
Let's
it.
go
Yeah.
to
Let's
the
rent out
Emerald
a theater.
City. Let's go to Emerald City Comic Con.
Do you think
Rent
we
a
can?
theater.
Let's find a theater where they're showing the first one first, so we can just fucking
Do a little double.
Yeah,
They'll be
Yeah.
that
doing
would be
that.
great.
Dude,
They'll be
maybe
doing
one
that.
that's showing all of them.
People are
Every
gonna
Wizard of
forget.
Oz.
People are gonna forget stuff in the first. There's stuff in man. I don't. You guys haven't listened. Abby, you haven't even listened to the other songs, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh
Mm-mm.
my god! All right. I feel like there's stuff hidden in plain sight that I want to be like, did you catch that? And then, but if you didn't, you will when you
Yeah,
watch.
I
The
think I
second
might,
half, and
because
it's
of my
like,
interest level, I might take a full dive and explore
Yeah.
the rest of the songs.
right.
Maybe the Wiz too, since you're saying it's great.
Yeah, Wiz is good. It's got.
Yeah,
it's
just
good
do a
stuff.
full hyper like fixation type of thing where
Yeah.
I'm the Wiz.
I'm the Wiz. Hey, that guy I once refilled his sweet tea.
That guy, the
Yeah,
Wiz.
by the
The
Wiz. He's also
Wiz. Who
in
threw him
those
out the window?
Danny McBride movies and Ghostbusters. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. he was enjoying his meal. I didn't want to interrupt the tilapia, so I didn't. So, are you enjoying that?
So you didn't ask him if
You the Wiz?
he was the Wiz. Well, that was a lot of fun, man. I'm excited. It's always great to go see a good movie, and it's good that
I was
the
excited about it. Around
it's good the
this
box
time, yeah.
office is rolling, and man, Jason Reitman's out there, by the way, like touring with Saturday Night, trying to
Yeah.
hopefully get some awards. I mean, that movie deserves awards recognition. There's just so many.
Yeah.
Matt Provençal, a good friend of the podcast, finally saw Saturday Night, and he was blowing me up today. Like,
Oh yeah.
did
You
you
love
because
it?
he's like
Yeah.
a historian. He was like, I couldn't
Yeah.
believe they did this. Like it was, yeah, he loved it.
Oh,
Man.
we should have him on then. We should talk. Because I'd like to hear all that stuff. We should.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be good.
We
maybe
could
maybe
talk
one.
deeper about it.
Maybe we all watch the movie again and then have Matt on.
I'd
'Cause
love that.
I'd want to see it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
And other than that, man, I'm just excited about. Well, let's tee up December.
I'm excited for Nosferatu.
Oh
Christmas
yeah.
Day.
I told my mom, I'm probably gonna be down there for Christmas, and I was like, Mom, I'm going to see Nosferatu on Christmas if you guys want to go. And my mom goes, You're going to see what? And I'm like, Are you telling me you've never heard of literally the most famous vampire, Nosferatu, of all time? You've just never heard of that?
And
Well, we mentioned it. I had to like coax it out of her, but she was like, "Oh yeah, I think I know what that is."
I know that.
Okay, sure.
I know that.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at what other movies are coming out in December.
I want to go see that on Christmas Day also.
Yeah, that's what
The Lord of the Rings movie is coming out.
yeah, the
War
Animated?
Yeah, the animated.
Okay. I mean, yeah. That's always good for a holiday time, some Tolkien.
Yeah. And then we'll be gearing up for the big Craven the Hunter YHS party. What if we did that? We're like, guys, we have an allegiance to Sony Pictures, so we're gonna be there.
we have to be there.
We have to be there.
Dressed like Craven.
Yeah. Quote the Craven nevermore. Fuck. Yeah, but December. So I want to do a year in review.
Okay.
And we're working on a couple guests for December. some Ghostbusters related stuff. So
Okay.
we'll have some fun coming up, and then we guys coming up a 9-year anniversary coming up in February.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
what is the 9-year anniversary gift app? Do you know?
I'm about to look it up.
Fuck. Because we want you guys to send it to us.
It's Ecto Glows.
Yeah, it's Ecto Glow Lewis's.
Ah, yeah, it's apparently pottery and Willow, not
Oh.
the movie that I love, but
So
the
I guess
pliable
by
wood.
number 9, you've become lazy. Is that the point?
Yeah, I guess you're like, oh, so I'll just craft a piece of shit for you. Pottery, yeah. If anyone out there likes to work the kiln, make us something.
My nightmare is somebody being like, "Hey, you want to learn how to make pottery?" I'm like,
Hey, I've actually done that, and I loved it. It's extremely fun. I took pottery classes when I was like in probably 5th and 6th grade.
Damn,
Yep.
aren't you the cat's man?
Yes, I do like that. I like when it's all muddy and sloppy and stuff. It's cool.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, everybody. Well, this has been a good time. Any final thoughts, Jacob? Anything else on your mind that you need to get off your chest?
No.
I think we're gonna go do a takeover on Geek Dad Life's channel here in a few minutes. Or like
I was gonna say don't give it away, but this is gonna
this will come out
yeah.
after.
come out tomorrow.
Yeah, no
or
one
something.
at this
Yeah.
point you're gonna want to go to his channel.
Yeah, let's
and
do
watch
it.
It's gonna already be out.
Does this get us out of Toy Anxiety Tuesday? I think it does.
I think so. I think this is enough credits that we get to complete the course without.
Hey,
Fine.
maybe on Tuesday for Toy Anxiety, we'll do a stream, but we'll put Jay's name, like where it says Craig, we'll put like Geek Dad Jay. But since he's gone, it will just be your toy room for 2 hours. Just a live stream of your toy room.
That's good.
And I'll be asleep.
Oh, that would be so.
Yeah.
I love sleeping.
That's good.
Oh man, Abigail, any final thoughts?
Love sleeping. Make sure you all get some sleep over the holidays because it's a busy time and there's a lot that's asked of us. So, refill your jar, pour in your own cup, have a good time.
Hey, we should do a YHS hotline people can call when they feel stressed out or down.
No, because I'm gonna be the one that needs it.
Yeah,
but calling.
But Ryan's the one who picks up.
No, imagine like you're at Thanksgiving, your family's stressing you out. They call and it's just like, hey, you've reached the YHS helpline. Listen, if your family's driving you nuts,
press
who
1.
cares?
Yeah. If your mother's drunk, press 1. It's like goes through a different
Yeah. If your aunt and uncle are attempting to make America great again at the dinner table, press 2.
Why don't you just tell me your problem?
So funny. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah.
Thanks for Middle of Beyond for dressing us.
Yeah.
And we hope you had
dressing
a great
us turkeys.
Yeah, and also, hey, Christmas is coming up, so buy something for yourself.
Buy something that'll last, that'll make you happy.
Hey,
Don't
let's end
depend
the
on the-
stream.
It's warm.
Bye.
I can go outside and wear this.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Joking.
Do I? Yes, have some.
Yes, have some.